You finished everything on your list. You should feel fine. But instead, your brain won't stop. You're replaying a conversation from 3 days ago. You're imagining worst-case scenarios that haven't happened. You're analyzing what someone meant by a single word they said in passing. You're not anxious about anything specific. You're just thinking, constantly, and you can't turn it off. Here's what psychology says about why that happens, and why it has nothing to do with being crazy, weak, or broken. Overthinking is one of the most researched topics in modern psychology. A study published in the Journal of Abnormal Psychology found that over 73% of adults between 25 and 35 chronically overthink, making it one of the most common mental patterns in existence. But here's what most people get wrong. Overthinking isn't a character flaw. It's a symptom. Sin, and understanding what it's a symptom of is the first step to actually doing something about it. Today we're breaking down the real psychological reasons your brain can't stop, and what you can actually do to interrupt the cycle. So, what actually works? The first thing research supports is scheduled worry time. It sounds strange, but it's been validated in multiple clinical studies. You pick a 15-minute window each day, same time, same place, and you allow yourself to think about everything that's bothering you. Outside of that window, when the thoughts come, you tell yourself, "Not now, later." Over time, the brain learns the thoughts have a place. They don't need to hijack every other moment. And the second strategy is the name it to tame it technique, developed by neurologist Dr. Daniel Siegel. When you notice you're spiraling, you label the emotion underneath the thought. Not, "I keep thinking about this conversation," but "I feel embarrassed. I feel rejected. I feel afraid." Research shows that naming emotions activates the prefrontal cortex and reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's alarm system. Just naming what you feel starts to quiet the noise. And the third strategy is behavioral activation. This sounds complex, but it's simple. Move your body. Research consistently shows that physical movement interrupts the rumination cycle more effectively than most cognitive techniques. A 10-minute walk, exercise, even washing dishes. Anything that shifts your attention into your physical environment breaks the loop. And the fourth, and hardest, is accepting uncertainty. Most overthinking is an attempt to achieve certainty in an uncertain world. Now, the research is clear. People with high tolerance for uncertainty overthink significantly less. Building that tolerance doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with a simple question. What would I do if I just accepted I can't know this right now? The first reason is your brain's threat detection system. The human brain evolved to solve problems and avoid danger. When it detects uncertainty about the future, about a relationship, about a decision, it activates a problem-solving loop. The brain thinks, if I keep analyzing this, I'll find the answer. But when there's no clear answer, the loop doesn't stop. It just keeps running. Psychologists call this rumination, and research shows it's directly linked to anxiety and depression. The more you ruminate, the worse you feel. The worse you feel, the more you ruminate. It's a cycle that feeds itself. The second reason is the illusion of control. When we feel out of control, overthinking feels productive, like we're doing something, like we're preparing. But research from the University of Michigan shows that 85% of the things people worry about never actually happen. And of the 15% that do, 79% of people report they handled it better than expected. You're not solving problems. You're rehearsing pain that will probably never come. The third reason is unprocessed emotion. One of the most consistent findings in psychology research is this: we don't overthink situations. We overthink feelings we haven't allowed ourselves to feel. The mind keeps returning to a conversation, a moment, a decision, not because it needs more analysis, but because something emotional there hasn't been acknowledged yet. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do: protect you, prepare you, keep you safe. The problem is that it doesn't always know the difference between a real threat and an imagined one, between a problem that needs solving and a feeling that just needs space. Overthinking isn't a life sentence, it's a pattern, and patterns can be interrupted. If this video gave you something to think about, in a good way, subscribe to ShadowMinds. Every week, we go deeper into the psychology that explains who you are and why you do what you do. I'll see you in the next one.